ton of requests. Well, okay, I've had several requests. Alright, one guy wanted to know what I do with my mushrooms after I collect them, so here's a little bit of information on how I handle that. First, a little bit of good quality olive oil. I'm going to need about a half of a large onion. This chopped fairly small. Not that it matters because it's going to be cooked anyway. Get those in and get those sweated a little bit. And we'll put just a little bit of pepper in. A dash of salt. You don't have to caramelize these, but sweat them down pretty good to make them translucent before you start adding the mushrooms to it. Okay, that should be good enough for the onions. Now we'll start chopping up the mushrooms and remember how I said we didn't want the onions caramelized, we just wanted them transparent? Well, this is what happens when you're filming something else. I guess what I have to do here is pay more attention. Now we'll get the chanterelles chopped up into a fairly small dice. Doesn't have to be perfect here, but I want them in fairly small pieces. Okay, that's just over a pound of chanterelles right there. It'll be just about enough for an omelet for my picking partner, but that'll last the wife and I probably several meals. So now all we have to do is fry them up. What we're going to need now is a large pan to put them in, probably a cookie sheet or a cake pan or something like that. That'll do the job. Okay, as you can see, the heat has really started to draw the moisture out of the chanterelles, so what we've got to do is drive all that moisture off there now. We don't want them crispy, but what we want is we want it dried up. Too much moisture here right now. Okay, you can see most of the moisture is driven off now. Very little left there. So that'll do it for this batch. Now we've dumped them out into the pan here to get it to start cooling so that we can put them in the plastic bags. Spread that out evenly so it can cool better. Now we'll mark up some bags with the type of mushroom and the date that we stored them, or the year anyway. Once the chanterelles are cooled, then it's time to put them in the bag. So put as much into each bag as you want for whatever type of meal you plan to use it for. I'm going to try to flatten them out so that it'll freeze in a smaller space. And there's enough for one meal for the wife and I. By using the oil on these, and I cook them, these tend to last in the fridge or in the freezer for a long time without freezer burning. So, and then that way you can break off what you want, take out as much as you want for each meal. I found that this is the best way to keep chanterelles. I've tried drying them before, but They turn out to be so stringy and tough when you reconstitute them that they're hardly edible at all. This I've definitely found to be the best way to use them. Hope that helps.